The silence meter. Ângela Bismarchi. Case get in. Yeah, traffic's always bad this time of day. Where to? Doesn't matter. We'll take the long route. I've got a story for you. You ever watch reality TV? Big Brother, Survivor? Those shows where they lock people in a house and watch them lose their minds? Brazil had one. Still does. A Fazenda. The Farm. Celebrities. Cameras everywhere. Challenges. Drama. Voting. The usual reality TV circus. 2013 season. Bunch of C-list celebrities competing for cash and attention. One of the contestants was Ângela Bismarchi, model, former Playboy cover girl, known for being, let's say, provocative, loud, confident, the kind of person reality TV producers dream about. And then, mid-season, something happened. She accused another contestant, a comedian named Beto Jamaica, of sexually assaulting her, on camera, in a house with cameras in every room. Brazil exploded. Activists demanded justice. Media went into overdrive. Police got involved. Beto was removed from the show, arrested, charged. The whole country took sides, and here's where it gets complicated. The cameras didn't show what Ângela said happened. Tonight we're going back to 2013. We're talking about reality TV, consent, power dynamics, and what happens when a very public accusation meets very public evidence. This one's messy. No clean answers, just questions. You comfortable? Because this case isn't about what's obvious. It's about what's complicated. And sometimes, complicated is where the truth lives. Let me tell you about Ângela Bismarchi, Beto Jamaica, and the reality TV controversy that divided Brazil. Picture this. It's 2013. Brazil's obsessed with reality TV. A Fazenda, The Farm, is one of the biggest shows on television. Think Big Brother, but on a farm. Celebrities living together, cameras everywhere, 24/7. Season 6. The cast included Ângela Bismarchi, 48 years old, model, former Playboy cover, known for being provocative, sexual, attention-seeking. That was her brand. Beto Jamaica, comedian, actor, known for physical comedy, pranks, being the funny guy, and about a dozen other celebrities you've probably never heard of. The show ran for months, typical reality TV stuff, fights, alliances, hookups, drama. Ângela and Beto, they had a thing, not romantic, but flirtatious, physical. They joke around, play fight, get touchy, on camera, all the time. Reality TV gold, until October 2013, middle of the season. The contestants are partying, drinking, music, dancing. Typical reality TV party. Ângela and Beto are together, laughing, dancing. And then, according to Ângela, Beto crossed a line. She later claimed that during the party, Beto groped her inappropriately, put his hands where she didn't want them, did it repeatedly, even after she said no, did it in front of other people thinking it was funny. She said it was sexual assault. Not on camera in that moment, but she reported it to producers the next day. Now here's where it gets complicated. The show has cameras everywhere, every room, every angle. If something happened, it should be on tape. Producers reviewed the footage, and they said, "We don't see what Ângela's describing. We see partying, we see touching, consensual, flirtatious touching. We see Ângela and Beto dancing, joking, being physical like they'd been all season. But we don't see assault." Ângela insisted, said it happened, said the cameras didn't catch the specific moment, or the angle was wrong, or producers were protecting Beto. The show brought in psychologists, mediators, talked to both of them. Ângela wouldn't back down. Beto said it didn't happen the way she described, said they were playing around like they always did, said he never crossed a line. And then, the show made a decision. The producers removed Beto Jamaica from the house, mid-season. No vote, no ceremony, just out. They said it was for his safety and hers, that the situation had become untenable. Ângela stayed, and Brazil lost its mind. The public reaction, social media exploded. Two camps formed instantly. Team Ângela, she's a victim. She said no. That's all that matters. Believe women. Beto abused his power. He was bigger, stronger. This is why women don't report. Nobody believes them. Team Beto. The cameras didn't show assault. Ângela was flirtatious with Beto all season. She's lying for attention. She's playing the victim card to stay in the game. This is a false accusation. Brutal, vicious, personal. Feminists rallied behind Ângela. Men's rights groups rallied behind Beto. Media covered it non-stop. Debates, think pieces, outrage, and then the police got involved. The criminal case. Ângela filed a formal police report. Accused Beto Jamaica of sexual assault. Police opened an investigation. Reviewed the footage. Interviewed witnesses, other contestants, producers, crew, and here's what they found. The footage showed Ângela and Beto being physical, dancing, touching, laughing, but it didn't show, clearly, unambiguously, what Ângela described. Some moments were blocked by other people, some angles didn't capture everything, but nothing on camera looked like assault. Witnesses, other contestants, gave conflicting statements. Some said Beto was inappropriate. Others said Ângela was exaggerating. Some said they saw nothing unusual. In 2014, prosecutors reviewed the case, and they decided insufficient evidence to prosecute. No charges filed. Case closed. Ângela's response. Ângela was furious. She insisted she was telling the truth. She said the system failed her, that powerful men always get away with it, that Brazil doesn't protect women. She became an activist, spoke about sexual assault, victim advocacy. But here's the thing. A lot of people didn't believe her, not because they didn't care about assault, but because the evidence, the hours of footage, the witness statement, didn't support her version. And Ângela's history didn't help. The complication. Ângela's past behavior. Here's where this gets really messy. Ângela Bismarchi's entire brand was built on sexuality. Playboy covers, provocative photo shoots, flirtation, attention-seeking behavior. On Fazenda, she was constantly physical with contestant, flirting, joking, touching. With Beto specifically, she'd been flirtatious for weeks. On camera, critics said, "You can't act that way all season and then cry assault when it's convenient." Supporters said, "None of that matters. Consent can be withdrawn at any time. Her past doesn't give anyone permission." Both sides had a point, and that's what made this case so divisive. Beto's side. Beto Jamaica largely stayed quiet. He gave a few interviews, said he never meant to hurt anyone, that he and Ângela had been joking around like they always did. He said he respected her right to feel uncomfortable, but he didn't assault her. He didn't sue for defamation, didn't fight back publicly, just moved on. His career took a hit, lost some gigs, got dropped from some projects, but he survived. The aftermath. The case faded from headlines by 2015. No charges, no trial, no resolution, just ambiguity. Ângela continued claiming she was assaulted. Beto continued denying it, and Brazil never got a clear answer. So what really happened on A Fazenda in October 2013? Let's walk through the possibility. Theory 1. Ângela was assaulted. Cameras missed it. Sexual assault doesn't always look dramatic. It can be subtle, quick, hidden in plain sight. Maybe Beto did grope her inappropriately. Maybe the cameras didn't catch the angle. Maybe other people blocked the view. Maybe Ângela is telling the truth, and the footage just doesn't show it clearly. This is possible. Cameras don't capture everything. Consent violations can happen in seconds. Problem? Hours of footage, dozens of cameras, multiple witnesses, nothing definitive. If it happened in a way that left zero concrete evidence. Theory 2. Ângela misinterpreted the interaction. Ângela and Beto were drunk, partying, being physical. Maybe Beto touched her in a way that, in the moment, felt consensual. But later, after thinking about it, after drinking wore off, Ângela felt violated. Not because Beto intended to assault her, but because she realized in hindsight she didn't want that. This happens. Consent is complicated. Alcohol makes it messier. What feels okay in the moment can feel wrong later. Problem: Ângela was adamant it was assault at the time, not just in hindsight. Theory 3. Ângela fabricated or exaggerated for attention. Reality TV thrives on drama. Contestants do wild things to stay relevant, to avoid elimination, to get airtime. Some critics believe Ângela, knowing she was at risk of being voted out, made or exaggerated the accusation to stay in the game, get sympathy votes, dominate the narrative. Evidence for this theory: Ângela's entire career was built on attention. She knew how to manipulate media. Evidence against this theory: why would she risk her reputation? Why file a police report if it was fake? Why become an activist? Theory 4. Gray area. Both are partially right. Maybe Beto touched Ângela in a way that crossed a line for her, but didn't feel like assault to him. Maybe she said stop in a joking tone, and he didn't realize she was serious. Maybe consent was ambiguous. Maybe boundaries were unclear. Reality TV blurs lines. Alcohol blurs judgment. Flirtation blurs intent. Maybe this wasn't assault, but it wasn't fully consensual either. This is the messiest theory, because it means nobody's fully right, and nobody's fully wrong. The unanswered questions: did Beto assault Ângela? Did Ângela lie or exaggerate? Can we ever know the truth without clear evidence? What responsibility do reality shows have in protecting contestants? Where's the line between flirtation and violation? There's no satisfying answer here, just discomfort. We're almost there. Look, I don't know what happened between Ângela Bismarchi and Beto Jamaica. I don't know if he assaulted her. I don't know if she lied. I know this: sexual assault is real. Women are assaulted. Often. And often, nobody believes them. But false accusations are also real. Rare, but real. And they destroy lives. This case? It's stuck in the middle. No clear evidence either way. Just two people with different versions. And a country that had to pick a side. Ângela says she was assaulted. The cameras didn't show it clearly. Prosecutors didn't charge Beto. Does that mean she lied? Not necessarily. Does that mean Beto's innocent? Not necessarily. It just means we don't know. And sometimes, often, that's where we're left. In the gray. Reality TV profits from blurred lines, from alcohol, drama, physical games, flirtation. And then, when something goes wrong, when someone says, "I didn't consent," everyone points fingers, but nobody takes responsibility. The show didn't protect Ângela or Beto. They just filmed and profited. The meter's off. São Paulo's still loud, still chaotic, and somewhere, Ângela Bismarchi is still saying she was assaulted, and Beto Jamaica is still saying he wasn't guilty. And Brazil still doesn't know who to believe. Maybe that's the real tragedy. Not that someone lied, but that we'll never know the truth. There's an ancient principle about truth and lies. That truth is sacred. That bearing false witness is a grave sin. But also, that we should believe the vulnerable, protect the victim, give them the benefit of the doubt. So what do you do when you don't know who the victim is? Ângela says Beto assaulted her. Beto says he didn't. Both can't be fully right. There's a truth woven into existence, that every lie will be exposed, that what's hidden will come to light, that deception carries weight. But what if neither is lying, just seeing the same moment differently? What if consent was unclear? What if boundaries were blurred? What if this is one of those situations where good and evil aren't clean categories? I think about judgment sometimes. Ancient wisdom warns us, judge not, unless you want to be judged by the same standard. Everyone judged Ângela, called her a liar, an attention seeker. Everyone judged Beto, called him a predator, an abuser. But none of us were there. None of us know what happened in that moment. We only know what the cameras showed, and what they didn't. There's a promise in ancient wisdom, that justice will come, that the guilty will be exposed, that the innocent will be vindicated. But what if justice requires knowing the truth, and we never will? What if this case lives forever in ambiguity? What does justice look like then? I don't have an answer. I just know this: sexual assault is real. And it's underreported because victims aren't believed. False accusations are real, and they destroy innocent people's lives. Both things can be true. And navigating that, believing victims while also demanding evidence, that's hard. Maybe that's the lesson. That truth is complicated. That judgment should be slow. That certainty is a luxury we don't always get. Hey, thanks for sticking with me on this one. I know it's different from the other cases. No murder, no clear villain, just complication. And honestly, that's important too, because not every story has a clean ending. Not every accusation is true. Not every denial is honest. Sometimes we're left with questions. If this case made you think, if you're unsure what to believe, if you're frustrated by the lack of answers, that's okay. Hit that like button if this one challenged you. Subscribe if you want more stories that don't fit into easy categories. Stories that make you think. Drop a comment. Tell me what you think happened. Do you believe Angela? Do you believe Beto? Or are you, like me, stuck in the middle? I read every one, and I'm genuinely curious. And here's the thing. If you've experienced sexual assault, believe yourself. Report it. Seek help. You deserve to be heard. If you've been falsely accused, fight for your truth. Demand evidence. Protect your name. Both realities exist, and both deserve attention. I've got more cases, more stories, some clear, some messy. Next time, we're going somewhere totally different. Until then, stay thoughtful, stay skeptical, and remember, truth matters, but so does nuance.